Shura Council and the Constitution Panel were both illegal. Two-thirds of the councils elected were elected from party lists, while the remaining third of the elected members were independent. But the court also said that the Shura would only be dissolved after the upcoming parliamentary elections. For this topic, we're joined today with Dr. Ihab Kharat, the Shura Council member. Hello and welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you. Welcome to you.
Hello, Dr. Ihab.
Hello.
The first question would be, what are the consequences of such a ruling by the Constitutional Court?
Well, up till now, it seems to me that there is no actual consequences that are binding to the members of the Shura Council at all. I would say that there is some moral consequences up till now, that we should really cut down the amount of laws. I say that as a member of the opposition, I say that we are facing a deluge of laws. Many of them are unnecessary, and even some of them are counterproductive, and few are really catastrophic. Like the judicial power law is really a catastrophic law.
Yes. When we're speaking about this, you mentioned the consequences. Part of it is actually moral, but if we're looking at the political side of the story and looking forward, will any of the upcoming laws that are coming from the Shura Council will also have the debate of legality and constitutionality or not?
Obviously, there are a number of routes we may face in the following few days. One of them is that someone would move another court case built upon the ruling of the Constitutional Court, saying that we need to dissolve this annulled council as per the letter of this ruling. However, I think many things will hang upon what will be the reasoning or the justification of the ruling that should come out any time now, maybe in a few days or so. A longer version of the outcome of this case will come out to the public, and we will know what are the why-fors of this ruling. If we got this why-fors, then we may be in a better position to judge if there is any binding action for the council.
Dr. Ihab, you've said that the Shura Council has been actually discussing and issuing laws, catastrophic laws, as you've said, regarding the judiciary in specific. Do you think that the Shura Council, as a legislator, should be discussing such a law or issuing such a law regarding the judiciary?
Yeah, I think that the Shura Council should satisfy itself with discussing the real pressing laws. For example, the election laws for the House of Representatives, the political rights law. These are, we must discuss these laws and enact them.
It's a priority.
It's a priority. This, it's a necessary priority. We need to discuss them. Then comes laws that would facilitate the transitional period, because the transitional period is by no means over, and that would have national consensus. But laws that are clearly aimed for political gains of a certain party, or for sort of political quarrel with some members, or build upon the strong desire of the ruling party to establish its hegemony and influence in the political life, these laws will be counterproductive and will cause a disruption of the national unity, and will cause this instability we have now. And it started really from the Constitution, and this ruling is very important regarding the Constitution panel, and it throws doubts again upon the Constitution itself. And again, we will be waiting for the why-fors of this ruling again, and see if it has real implications, or whether we should write a new Constitution or not. But up till now, the whole way the transitional period has been handled is reflecting a lack of tact, if not frank incompetence, if you want to put aside malice.
Yes. So obviously there is a sort of a political heat between the presidency and the government in the face of the judiciary part. So in your opinion, is this moving in the benefit of the country at the end of the day? Because there has been a lot of political struggle between both sides in order to establish their political interests. But do you think it is moving in the direction of the best for the country, since we'll be in a few months with the same situation, a constitution with the legality and the constitutionality of it, and a constitutional panel hence, and definitely the Shura Council, and things will be moving in a sort of a vicious cycle which is never ending.
Yeah, look, there is no doubt in my heart that we need to build on reform, if you want, cleanse, whatever terms you want to use, of the judicial power. We need to see and empower the judges themselves to have their independent review. As a social democrat, I believe in the good of the collective mind of the people. So yes. I cannot think that all judges will be corrupt and all judges will conspire to continue in a corrupt system. I believe that if you distribute the power, if you implement democratic ways, the people will choose the good, and the judges themselves will choose the good. But if you think that you are wiser and you are better and you are more virtuous than the judges, and you want to enforce cleansing upon them from outside, then you will do a big mistake. So the judges themselves have since 1996, they have suggested laws to reform their performance and their ranks, and to enhance the independence of the judicial power. Now, these laws have been ignored, and some of them, I mean, even Ahmed Makki, who used to be the Minister of Justice, when he was in the opposition, he suggested a law. Now, this law was not put on the table at all by the party who has been supporting Ahmed Makki, by the Freedom and Justice Party, by the Brotherhood. I mean, he is not a member of the Brotherhood as much as I know, but he is clearly inclined to the Brotherhood. His positions have always been with the Brotherhood, and a good friend of Morsi, and a good friend of the President, and a good friend of everybody in the Brotherhood. Yet they didn't use the draft law he has put, and it was actually a good draft. Yes. And the Club of Justice, or the Club of the Judges, the magistrates, have suggested another law. This also has been ignored, and only this article about putting down the age of the judges has been put forward, and which is nonsense, really, because I mean, is everybody above 60 corrupt? Is everybody below 60 non-corrupt? I mean, how is this going to reform anything? But remove the powerful judges and keep and make the field more clean for the brothering Ikhwana scheme. I mean, this is really a very unfortunate situation.
Doctor, as we can see, there's a badge on your chest saying that the Nile waters is a matter of life or death for the Egyptians.
Yeah.
So how would you see the official reaction of the presidency and the Egyptian government towards such a problem with Ethiopia, of course, and the future of this crisis?
Look, my party, the Egyptian Social Democratic Party, was invited, and Dr. Abul Ghar, the president of our party, was first inclined to attend this meeting because obviously it's of a top national priority to us. But what I saw on TV yesterday was sort of a black comedy, and really it's a pity to see politicians suggest such conspiracy. I mean, plots and
on air,
yes. And you know, third-class conspiracy plots, and to see the president saying things like, I mean, this was really bad to me, to see my own president saying things like divide 2% by 15 and then multiply it by 25, you got 1.8%.
23 or 25 or 27. Yes.
What is this? I mean, I'm a psychiatrist. You know, this is jargon. I mean, this is incoherent speech. So, I mean, with all due respect, but this bit cannot be coherent at all and doesn't make sense to any listener at all. So it's a priority for us to work with anybody in power now. I mean, we are a very strong opposition force to the president. We will use all peaceful and legal ways to put an end to his rule, and we are part of the rebel movement. I signed among the very first ones, and Dr. Abu Bakr among the first, but we will cooperate with anybody to save the Nile and keep our interests. But I hope we deal with the issue with more competence and not tell, I mean,